Do you want to work at McDonald's when you're done with high school, or do you want to be a college basketball player? Lucky for you, you've came to the right spot. You found the right person to guide you. As a former college basketball player, longtime college assistant coach, including at the Division One level, and currently a junior college head coach, I'm the right guy to teach you how to become a college player. So make sure you're locked in, you're taking notes, you're paying attention to what I'm saying, and if you stay to the very end, I've got a great bonus tip for you, but it's only going to be relevant if you've watched the entire video. Okay, so the first thing I want to address is all of the younger players out there. I'm talking about if you're watching this video and you're anywhere from 5th grade even up to 9th, 10th grade. The thing that you need to be doing first and foremost is playing. You need to be playing 24/7. You need to be waking up early before school, figuring out some sort of workout that you can do. You need to be playing after school. You need to be looking for pickup games with older players. You need to be starting your own pickup games with friends. You need to do everything you can to be training and working on your game all day long. Now I'm going to start working my way up, starting at the beginning of high school here. Once you get into about 9th grade, your grades are very important. The better grades that you have, the more opportunities that will come to you. So focus on your grades. Do everything you can to be getting A's and B's in high school. Next, I want to talk to you guys about social media. Once you're in 9th, 10th grade, you should have social media accounts, specifically and most importantly on Twitter, as I believe that's the most common place that coaches go, including myself, when it comes to recruiting. So I'm going to give you advice when it comes to social media. Do not have negative posts or negative tweets on your social media accounts. Do not put any sort of profanity anywhere on any of your social media pages. Have only basketball related tweets and information on your Twitter account. Here's what I want to make sure that you have specifically on there. First of all, your full name, not a nickname, your full name. Next, put the high school that you attend. After that, put the class that you're in, whatever year you're going to be graduating. After that, put your height and the position that you play. 6'5", shooting guard. After that, put your GPA. Also, do not spend time retweeting your teammates and other players that you know. I think this is an incredible waste of time as a coach. If I get to your page and I see a bunch of other players that you've retweeted, all you are doing is promoting them. You need to be promoting yourself, tweeting your page, showing your highlights, and showing what you're about. Let's talk about your highlight. Once you get to about your junior year, maybe even sophomore, you should be working on a highlight. I want you to grab all of your huddle clips. Most of you guys should be on huddle, and I want you to combine them and create a YouTube highlight. Do not leave it on huddle. Coaches have to then click on huddle. We hate to deal with the ads that pop up, and there's a good chance when they see that it's a huddle link that they won't even click on it because they don't want to spend those extra 10 to 15 seconds having to watch an ad. And then I want you to pin it at the top of your social media page so that everything else you tweet or post after that will be below your highlight. Your highlight should be the very first thing on your social media. Let's talk about actually what should go into your highlights. Obviously, your best clips, but your best ones need to be at the very top. If you can dunk the basketball, have your dunks as the first 2 or 3 clips. If you're able to shoot threes off the dribble, let those be your next clips. Okay? Then towards the end, if you have a really nice pass, maybe you take a charge, any small things that you think a coach might enjoy watching, those are great things to have at the end. I'm now going to dig deep into going into your 11th grade year and going into your 12th grade year and what you should be really focusing on. Just real quick before we continue, do me a solid, hit the subscribe and notification bell below so that you don't miss any of my videos. First, make sure that you find a good AAU team to play on. If you're not playing much on your AAU team and you think you're good enough, then don't hesitate, find a different AAU team. It does you no good if you're on a team and you never get in the game. Coaches aren't going to see you. You're better off playing on a little worse team, but getting the playing time and opportunity that you need to show the coaches that you can play at a higher level. Next, we're getting back to the academic side. It's time to start studying for the ACT and or SAT, depending on where you're located. Coaches will want to know these scores, and it's often a requirement to get into their school to have a certain test score. Begin studying for it, and at this point, you should consider taking the test at the end of your 11th grade year. Try to take it at least twice before you finish high school. At this point, you should be taking basketball very seriously, and two things you really need to add to your training is going to be strength training and nutrition. When it comes to strength training, I've got an entire video that I've done. I've posted it. You can watch it right here. That's a full body workout, upper and lower. I recommend training at least 5 to 6 days a week. You need at least one rest day. You can do this by doing either upper body, lower body, and alternate, or what I suggest is doing a push-pull leg split. So your push day is going to be mainly your chest and your triceps, those are your pushing muscles, and then your pull day is going to be stuff like pull-ups and working your biceps. Those are your main pulling muscles. And then do leg exercises. I've also brought those up in a video where I just break down the leg exercises up there. If you don't have access to consistent weights, there are still plenty of body weight exercises that you can be doing, such as push-ups, dips, squats, to still increase your strength and get bigger and stronger. If you want to take basketball seriously, you need to stop eating out all the time. You need to put a high priority on getting tons of protein so that your body and your muscles can grow. You should have protein bars consistently all around your house so that you can easily grab it as a snack. You can eat it at lunch, eat it before bed. Those are great sources of protein. You should have a fridge full of protein drinks. Drink one of those after every single one of your workouts. Going into your senior year, if you know you're going to be behind some players that were already ahead of you the year before, I want you to again consider transferring. If that's not an option and you have to stay where you're at, then be sure to watch my video where I talk about how to get more minutes and how to get off from the bench and to start playing more. Once you get into your senior year, it's important that you fill out your financial aid. In order to do this, you will need your parents' help. Whichever parent claims you on their taxes, you will need their help with some tax documents. Get with your parent or parents and have your financial aid filled out. This is very important. Once you do that, it'll take some days to process, but I want you to then log into your financial aid and take a look at your EFC number. That's your expected family contribution. If it is 0, that means you will get full Pell, the max amount of money that the government gives to individuals in need of financial assistance. Financial aid money is free government money that they will give students dependent on how much financial assistance they need, depending on how much their parents make. So regardless of what situation you're in, make sure you fill out your financial aid because coaches will ask about that and it will open the doors to help with your recruitment. Now, as we are on our senior year, it's obviously important that you have a great senior season. Play as hard as you can, make winning plays, have a successful season. Hopefully you're winning games and hopefully you're putting up numbers that you can show coaches. Next, it's time to really take things seriously. As you get into your senior year, if you haven't already, it's time to consider hiring a personal trainer. They will not only be able to teach you things that you haven't learned already, but it's also another reference for yourself, especially if it's an established trainer. It's somebody that coaches can call, and it's another person that can make calls on your behalf when it comes to reaching out to college coaches. When it comes to your social media now, it's time to update and make a new highlight of your senior year. After you've done this, if you're still not getting the recruitment that you want and you feel like you deserve, it's time to start reaching out to coaches. Follow as many coaches as you can. Spend 10 to 15 minutes every single day following coaches. Also, go into your settings and make sure that your inbox is open to receive direct messages from everybody, not just people that you follow. This will allow coaches to message you even if you're not following them yet. You're going to create a template to send to all of these coaches. It can be the exact same template. Don't overthink it. I'm going to tell you what to say right now. Hey, my name is so-and-so. I go to this high school. My height is 6'5", this is my position, this is my GPA, and this is my EFC, or my expected family contribution number. It's so important that you share this information because some schools do not have full scholarships and they would like to know if they can package your financial aid money with scholarship money, and therefore you won't have to pay anything out of pocket. Then let them know, hey, I'm interested in your school. Here's my highlight below. Here's my cell phone number, my coaches, and my trainers. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any interest. Copy that message, copy the link to your highlight, and send that to as many coaches as you can every single day. Now, when it comes to your recruitment, I'm going to break this into two different sections. First, if you have multiple options, multiple schools recruiting you, I want you to take your time and, if possible, visit all of the schools. Let's say it's 3 different schools. Take your time. Hopefully you can go with your parents and visit all 3 of those schools. And then I want you to really pay attention to which schools want you the most. That is usually going to be the best option to go to. How can you tell? They're calling you all the time. They're texting you all the time. You're not just hearing from the assistant, but you're also hearing from the head coach multiple times. Okay? Make sure you dig into the financial aspect and really consider if you want to get into debt by having to get out loans, or if you're better off getting into a situation that's a full scholarship. From there, really consider playing time. Is it a 4-year school that has a lot of seniors and you're going to be able to play right away? Or are they talking about you coming in and having to redshirt? Those are considerations that you really want to think about when you have options and you want to pick a school. Now, let's say you're somebody that doesn't have multiple options. You're starting to panic. You're running out of time. I want you to continue to reach out to coaches, but spend even more time. Instead of 20 minutes a day, you should be doing 1 to 2 hours per day. Find a 2 to 3 hour radius around where you live. Contact all of the schools that are not Division I schools and ask them if you can come out for a tryout or an unofficial visit. Do not spend time contacting Division I schools at this point. You would have already been contacted by other schools if you were a Division I player. You need to start looking at Division IIs, NAIA schools, and junior colleges. As I talked about at the beginning, I do have a bonus tip for you. You can apply this tip anywhere from 10th grade up until your senior year. Here's the tip, guys. I want you to contact those local schools that are within driving distance during the summer, and I want you to tell them this exact thing. Hey, I'm so-and-so. I live fairly close. Here's my highlight. I would love to come by and play pickup with you and your team anytime that you guys might need an extra player. If you have enough players, I'd love to just come by and watch, and I would be a substitute if somebody gets hurt or somebody has to leave. This is a great way to put yourself in front of the coaching staff to show that you are a very willing player, and they're going to love it because there's often times that they don't have enough for pickup, and you're somebody that can help fill those numbers. And it's basically a free tryout for you to play in front of college coaches. Do this. Reach out to them. This is a great opportunity. This is a great advantage that you'll have over other players. If all else fails and you still don't have an opportunity, here's what I want you to do. Contact your local junior college coach. Say, Coach, I'm staying at home. I don't need any money. I'm coming there no matter what. Let me know when tryouts are. I'm going to be the best walk-on that you've ever had. I'll have a 4.0 GPA. I'll help your team GPA. All I care about is an opportunity. There's almost no coach in the country that will turn you down at that point, especially if you get good grades. From there, it's not over, guys. You can still make this dream a reality. Work your butt off, go there, put up numbers, make yourself a serviceable player, and now at the end of the year, you will have stats at a real school. You can put a highlight together, and you can look to transfer and still get a scholarship. If you're a parent or player and you have any questions about this process, leave your questions down below in the comments section and I will answer them for you. As always, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to get in the gym, work on your game, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and I'll see you on the next one.